didn't expect there to be this much snow up here, that's for sure. Might be able to see some smoke. It looked like some sort of logging or tree clearing operation. I drove further down that road, the road I came in on, and eventually there was a truck and a Jeep blocking it, and there was a guy that looked like he was wearing kind of woodland firefighter stuff. I thought about bringing the drone, but the weather was looking iffy, so I didn't bring it. Good job, Toonford. Uh-oh. You walk underneath some of these trees and you can get dumped on. I walk in between them. See, this is something jazz boys just can't relate to. They have no idea. I've been listening to more stories of the people's experiences with Luciferian crap. You know, people who are into really dark stuff. Didn't your mom or your dad ever teach you? Worshipping the devil is a really dumb idea. Other bad ideas include becoming obsessed with major seventh chords and minor sevenths. Any sevenths that you get overly obsessed with, you can get slightly obsessed, you know, when you're learning them. Otherwise, you best leave the jazz playing to just the strict fruity jazz boys. I say that, but you may notice I've had a haircut. The best part about that is I can now do some undercover jazz boy stuff. I may start doing some playing in a little coffee shop, playing some jazzy stuff. You know, some clean tone, and over some jazz, some seventh chord progressions. Am I growing boobs? I caught myself tap dancing with my pedal board. You know, trying to hit this pedal at the right time, that pedal at the right time. Maybe I'm growing boobs and that's the only reason I'd be considering such a thing. I looked in the mirror this morning, I didn't see any boobs. Have you seen the interviews with that Bill Schnoebelen? He talks about when he was a Luciferian and a Freemason, and he talks about the evil Magick. Now, when I say magic, I'm referring to the Magick, you know, occult stuff. One interview I saw a long time ago was always stuck in my mind about people who have turned into, well, they had a choice. They got to a certain point, I don't know, I think it was past the initiation, I don't remember correctly. You might be able to look it up and find it, or some of you might know this exact interview. People having a choice between becoming a vampire or becoming a werewolf. Part of me is just not surprised, because I've heard so many wild things that aren't supposed to be in existence. Then you find out later they're real. And you find out from accounts of people, and some of you probably have your own experiences. I don't. The weirdest thing I've ever seen is a wiggling star. And I've seen them multiple times, different occasions. And they've been surprisingly easy to find after the first time I spotted one. But yeah, just focus on a small area up in the sky and you'll see maybe about the size of a 50-cent piece. Now, for those of you who don't remember what a 50-cent piece is, drop my water bottle. Focus on an area in the sky about that big when you're looking up. And, you know, just kind of let your eyes relax and just watch the stars in that area. And there's a good chance that you'll see one or two start to wiggle around and then zip. Not zip across the sky, even though I just talked to someone who has seen repeated lights bigger than stars. I don't know if you'd say they're orbs or what, but zip from one side of the sky to the other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you're holding up a like a piece of hard candy. Just hold it out up against the sky, hold it at arm's length. They may zip in that sort of, that much space. I haven't seen them zip further than that, but they would wiggle and then zip down one way and zip another way. So that's the weirdest thing I've seen. Then of course I come out here tromping around, exploring things, and all I see is yellow snow that I made. Oh, all right. Okay, here's some old tracks. It'd be fun to go explore up that little canyon area. My feet are getting cold. Oh.